Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Sunday, June the 30th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, looks like we got some good ones here. Look at this bad boy here. Now I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. I give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas. That way there, if you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble, I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. So once again, I apologize for the lateness of the video. I'm just finishing up a 12-hour day shift. I swing over to nights the next couple of nights, so my videos will be out as per usual. I just apologize, I just can't get home any sooner than I already can, so I appreciate everyone's patience and support. Okay, we're not going to bother with fastnet activities today because this bad boy here is going to give us a little bit of a rough time. As you guys have seen me do this in the past, and I have a couple separate videos out there. And I have a fairly recent one I did maybe about 5 months ago. You guys can check that out. It's a real grind to get this bad boy. I can see a lot of people rolling it, but we'll see what we can to complete it here in this video. But let's take a look at something else here first. Go ahead, build anything in a shelter in Free Cam 10. So again, a shelter. Even if you're a brand new player, you can get yourself a free shelter. All you do is you go up here to Vault 51. I would say the hardest part is just making your way up here. Once when you get up here, you go inside the little vault, and there's a little quest that pops up, and that quest is about 5-7 minutes long at the very most. It's very easy, it's no enemies, and at the end of that quest, you get yourself a free vault, okay? Another way to get a free vault is if you're a returning player and you were around in Season 13, and you made it all the way to rank 100, you would have got yourself a free vault there as well. And you can get yourself a free vault if you paid for Fallout First just once. Just one time, if you paid for 1 month of Fallout First and you claimed the vault that came with that package, even though you don't pay for Fallout First anymore, you will always have that vault. So I have 3 vaults and all 3 of them were free, so just an FYI. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go inside our vault here. And we have our bouncer here. Now this soundstage shelter, this is the free vault we got in Season 13 at rank 100, of those of you who remember. Alright. Now as the daily says, build anything inside of a shelter in Free Cam. So you might ask yourself, what is Free Cam? I do have a couple of videos showing you how to do that. You could check those out if you so wish, but we're going to do it right here. You just open up your build menu as you normally would. There we go, just like that. Now you see at the bottom of the screen, you see how it says, in my case, toggle camera. So whatever button it is for you, you select that. And once when you select that, you see how that popped up on the top left-hand corner of the screen. It says Y toggle object rotation, then LT, RT for vertical movement. Now this is what they call Free Cam. So again, I'm on the Xbox Series X, so whatever platform you're on, those buttons will be different. But basically, you can just move yourself around, and there's your character down below. And you just kind of move around. It's really helpful in the game, especially when you're looking to build outside of a shelter. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to build anything at all. And what I usually recommend doing, it depends on whatever you want to do. A lot of people like to add stuff to their camp or their shelter because we get enough of these daily, weekly challenges that pop up every other day. And a lot of people use them to add to their camp or modify their camp. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. But you can also build stuff and then scrap it. In this case, we can build anything. So we're going to build these punch card machines under crafting, and it's not going to cost us anything at all. Let's go ahead and build 10 of these bad boys. And you just stay in Free Cam. And all you do is just move your character around like I am. Just like this. It's real easy. Now this wasn't my idea. This was actually a subscriber of mine who had mentioned this a couple months ago. And it just blew my mind away. I'm thinking, wow, that's awesome. Because I just usually end up scrapping it anyway. You can decide to do what you want to do in your game. If you want to add stuff, there's definitely nothing wrong with it. But I'm just going to end up scrapping stuff anyway. And you can do the same if you so wish. There we go. And you go back to yourself just like that. Let's get out of the shelter here. We'll leave the lights on there. The maid got to go in there and clean the corners anyway. A little dusty. Some cobwebs back there. Just joking. Yeah, that's right. You guys see that. What's next here, Jim? What is next? Let's take a look at this one here. Mod Weapon 3. So, again, even if you played for a very short period of time, basically there are weapons all over the place, either just laying around off of enemies that we kill, and then most times we end up scrapping them. And by scrapping a weapon, you do have a chance to learn mods for that weapon. Now, I know myself, I've been playing ever since the game came out. I know a lot of mods for many weapons I've never even used yet. I just grabbed weapons what I could once upon a time ago and just kept scrapping them. And basically the weapons I wanted to use, I knew I was going to use, I just scrapped more of them to get as many mods for them as possible. Now, again, when you're looking to mod a weapon, you will be using valuable resources that you may or may not have, because not everyone has access to a scrap box and pays for Fallout first, so there might be resources you might be a little short on, okay? So that's why I usually recommend to have a weapon that you use either day to day or a weapon in your stash box just for this daily challenge, because we can mod a weapon by simply changing the paint. And when you change the paint, you're just basically you're just using oil, and many people will have oil on them. Let's go ahead. We're going to open up our menu here. We're going to go to the Atomic Shop. Now, this is more so for the returning players, but for anyone who's interested, you just go down here to the skin section, you slide it over, and the same exact thing for armors, but basically these are all the weapon skins that I know, and you can do the same thing. So you can go and see what weapons that you know a paint for. It may be a weapon that you already know or have, and it just gives you an idea that you can have a weapon in your stash box that you maybe may not use, but just have a weapon around that you know a skin for just for these daily challenges, just to get them done, okay? Again, it's up to you. If you want, you can change the mod all you wish. If you have the resources, definitely nothing wrong with that either. So I have the Crusader pistol, so I do not know a skin for that. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to my stash box here. Let's go down to weapons section. Let's grab this lever action. We're going to go to our weapons workbench. We're going to go modify. Okay, I'm going to slide that over. And again, we can change a bunch of the stuff if we so wish, but I'm just going to go for the paint. We're going to slide this over. So again, here's our paint section. So let's go default paint. It's not going to cost us anything at all. I'm just going to switch it to default. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. There we go. 1 for 3. Back to the lever, hunting lever action. Back to the default. And it's easy just like that, guys. It's really that much, not much into it there. All right, let's put that bad boy back before I forget. There we go. It's that easy. What's next here, Jim? Scrap junk to produce wood, 10. So the easiest way to do this is just, everyone will have wood on them. Okay, and if you don't, wood is easy to get, okay? Anywhere's in the forest region, even where I'm at, there's all kinds of wood to down trees. We can get all kinds of wood from Helvetia when we're doing the Fashnet activity. We can get all kinds of wood up here at Prickett's Fort. You guys have seen me bring you guys up there many times, but literally anywhere's in the forest region, we can find wood. So once when you get wood on you, you can just basically bulk it and then scrap it. That's probably the hands down fastest way to do it. Instead of going out, like, you can go out and get armor, you can go out and get weapons. There's definitely nothing wrong with that either than scrapping it to get wood. If you have the time, definitely, by all means, do it. But it won't take you long to go out to find a down tree in your area or whatever and just collect some wood and wood scraps, and you can bulk it. And that's what we're going to do here in this video. Okay, let's head back to our Tinker's Workbench here. We're going to go craft. Excuse me, jeepers. We go down here to bulk. Go all the way to the bottom to bulk wood. So all you need to bulk one wood is you need 2 plastic and 30 wood scraps. Let's go ahead and bulk one. Let's go ahead and back out. Let's go ahead and scrap. We'll scrap that bulk wood we just crafted. Done, just like that. Scrap junk to produce wood, 10 for 10. Definitely the easiest way out. If you're a person that's short on time, you need to get moving, do other things for family stuff or work or school stuff, definitely. That's definitely the way to go. But again, if you have a little bit more time, you want to do some playing around, you can get some armor, you get some weapons off of some Scorch or some Super Mutants, scrap it, and get some wood that way if you so wish as well. Alright, what's next here, Jim? That's pretty much all we can do here in our camp. Let's go ahead, kill a mole rat 5. So I did make a video on mole rat location. I actually made 2 of them. One was a little bit older and one was fairly new. The newer one's maybe about 4 months old, I think. And it's about an hour long. It's all timestamped. I take you all around the map looking for great locations for mole rats. And we go after mole rats all the time. I do get the odd comment of some people that watch the older video and they say, hey, mate, this location isn't working anymore. But the thing is you got to remember is if you're on a server with other people and somebody just went through and killed them all, okay, they're not going to show up. So basically you have to server hop, and it's just part of the game of what we have to do, okay? So actually we're going to go down here to Well Station because this one here pops up a lot with a lot of people saying the mole rats don't show up. But one of the best spots for mole rats is right here at Riverside Manor. Hands down, probably one of the best spots. We will find 3 of them right up here at the Green Country Lodge. As soon as you spawn in, there'll be 3 of them up there, okay? And of course, those of you who did some exploration down here in the Skyline Valley region, if you're walking around, you saw during our 5-part series, I was being attacked by glowing mole rats and regular mole rats all the time, especially in around the Shenandoah Visitor Center, okay? So FYI on that, okay? So actually, we'll go down here to Welsh. We're actually going to spawn here at Welsh Station. Spawn here today. And I use this one here just because a lot of people kind of make more comments about this one saying that they're not showing up. So, I like to kind of show off areas in videos just to show that they do show up. They just got to maybe either server hop or just be a little bit more patient, that's all. Okay, so there'll be 2 guys showing up here. 2 brood mothers. Here we go. Shoot them in the face there. Right, now we're going to head down here. There's going to be 2 mole rats down here. They're not actually called mole rats. Let's get rid of him. Right down here where those crystals are at, they're actually going to be called ultramite. Now, even though it doesn't say mole rat in the name, of course we get these mole miners coming after us because we started the fight, I guess. We brought the fight to them. So here's our crystals here. We are going to see some ultramites down here showing up. See them down here. So see it says ultramites to see how they count. Okay. There'll be another one down here as well. There we go. Good stuff. Oh, another one there. Perfect. Alright, so let's go back up here. And there should be 2 more. Now, I know the last time we came, these 2 didn't spawn in. I thought it was kind of odd. I'm thinking maybe they had come down the road looking after me because, oh, there they are right there. Sometimes if the mole rats detect you, like if you're too close, they'll spawn in, but they'll be under the ground kind of deal. And unless you can maybe pick them up if you go VATS, but just an FYI. So as we can see, the mole rats are here today, so that's pretty awesome. But hands down, probably one of the best spots for mole rats is right here at Riverside Manor. Still part of the forest, still very easy spot. Okay, what's next here, Jim? What is next? Yeah, let's go ahead. Cripple Super Mutants RM2. So again, we can find Super Mutants all around the wasteland. If you're thinking about the forest region, we can find Super Mutants in around this area here, Wade Airport, right over here at New Gad. So these guys here will probably be very easy. Those of you who've ever had a camp in the forest region, the odd time you'll be attacked by a couple Super Mutants and a Mutant Hound, okay? We'll find some Super Mutants up here in Grafton. They're not too bad. The ones here in Grafton Dam. A lot of Super Mutants over here in Grafton Steel, okay? Like a lot. Okay, it's a good time. Right down here, looking for some harder areas. Of course, we have Huntersville. We have West Tech Research, okay? Down here in the Skyline Valley region, of course, we have the Grindstone Arch. There's about 4 or 5 of them there. And right next to my treehouse camp, we have the research site Saxony, so there's super mutants there as well. And that's where we're going to go here today. I've been trying to incorporate as much as I can the Skyline Valley region, as I'm sure it's coming soon enough where we have to go after them. So as we can see, there's usually about maybe 4 or 5 super mutants around here. Now I'm still hidden. What we have to do, we have to cripple super mutants arm too, so we can most certainly free aim if we so wish. If you're not a good free aimer like me, I like to use VATS. And under VATS, under Perception, there'll be a perk card called Concentrated Fire. Allows you to move VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs, okay? And of course, we are going for the arms this time, so let's go ahead. We're going to try using this guy for an example. So if we do it right, we can do left arm, right arm. Let's see what happens here. So that one there took a little bit longer. You should have another guy kind of flanking us here on the other side here. Where's he at? Oh. Oh, he's behind us this time, okay. Oh, there he is there. Okay, let's go for the arm here. See if we can... Ow. Oh, is he getting me from over there? Wow, that's impressive. Right arm, right arm, right arm, right arm. Now, I have trouble for some reason with the Crusader pistol and getting the cripples in for some reason. I don't know why that is. Let's try the left arm. Ow. I'm gonna be dying here in a second. Huh. Go over here. Didn't bring the right weapon with me, that's for sure, for this. There we go, finally got him. It doesn't help, I'm losing my voice at the same time. I'm trying to talk and trying to do it at the same time. Yeah, definitely did not help me at all, this Crusader pistol. Now, if you are looking to cripple, I do usually find ballistics is pretty good. Usually 5.56, 45 are my usual weapons. The drill works good as well, especially if you're using like power armor because you're getting up and close and personal with enemies. The shotgun works really good as well, as long as you have the Enforcer perk card under agility. That works quite well. Bow and arrow works good, of course. The plasma caster surprisingly works good as well for crippling. So just to give you guys a couple options there. But usually the 10mm works pretty good. That's what this is, 10mm. But it has the explosive effect. But I find this Crusader pistol, I don't know what it is. It just has a hard time crippling anything. I don't know what it is. You guys just saw there. It's is quite desperate to watch. But what's in this box here? Stew pot. Love it. Something I always wanted. What's next here, Jim? Kill a Canine 5. So, Kill a Canine, many great spots for Kill a Canine. All around the Skyline Valley region, we will come across mongrels, just like little patches of mongrels of like 3 or 4. And when we did our 5-part series, we saw most of them were glowing mongrels, and a lot of them were right up here at the makeout point, okay? If you're looking for some easy areas for some canines, we have more mongrels up here at Aaronhold Homestead. If you're lucky enough up here at Tyler County Fairgrounds, if you're lucky enough to get on a server, and it's called Leader of the Pack. Now, there'll be 3 packs of wolves, okay? And there's all kinds of wolves there, and they are considered canines, okay? You'll find mutant hounds, actually, where you'll find mutant hounds around some super mutants. So you'll find a mutant hound here in Grafton Dam. You'll find the odd mutant hound around here in Grafton. Right up here at the Grafton Steel, you'll find at least 6 to 9 mutant hounds in around this area. So mutant hounds are also considered canines as well. Another good spot, of course, is you'll find at least a couple down here in Huntersville, mutant hounds. And, of course, up here in West Tech Research, all kinds of mutant hounds there as well. So just an FYI, If you're looking for something a little bit easier, of course, we do have foxes. Foxes are considered canines as well. And it's a big Fred's barbecue shack. You can find maybe 3 or 4 foxes up here as well. And you can find maybe the odd fox location in around Flatwoods, but it's a little less reliable because you can either get rabbits, squirrels, or foxes, or beavers, or something else there. So it's not as reliable in this area for the canines. But if you do spawn at the Green Country Lodge, just a little bit up the road going towards the Wayward, you'll find 3 mongrels on the side, and usually there's a couple of rat snakes that are dead, like dead carcasses kind of thing. So that's a pretty good spot there as well. So seeing how we're down here in Skyline Valley region, again, I've been trying to incorporate as much as I can. So let's go to Makeout Point, and we should be able to find 5 canine up here. Let's go ahead over here and see what happens. Let's go ahead and lock and load there, Jim. Oh, we have some bugs here today. Never mind. We get up here. Alright, so there's some mongrels there. Good stuff. Which is the other mongrel there. So these 2 or 3 guys will be shown up. There's the other guy there. Okay. Now, if you come here, sometimes instead of insects, there'll be mongrels there, or wolves. Okay. So just an FYI. I would say it's a little bit better than 50-50, but I was surprised to see the insects there today, because usually every time I've come here since we've had Skyline Valley region, it was all canines, but we got the 3 anyway, so that's good. That's good. Seeing how we're on this side of the map, let's go ahead and we will pop up to Big Fred's barbecue shack, just so I can show you that. Those foxes up there. And as far as it goes, I know it's in like a harder area of the map, but the foxes, they come up as aggressive, but they pretty much just shy. Right? So there's a fox there. I know, it's kind of sad. Get that guy over there. And we'll leave that guy alone. Alright. Kill a canine. I just wanted to kind of show you guys that different foxes. And again, all kinds of places for mutant hounds, as I've already mentioned. Okay. Cute little fellow there. We got one more. Sell swamp tofu to an NPC vendor of 1. So this one here, you save this one for last for a region. So let's go back to our camp. And we'll go to the cooking station. I wonder if there's a cooking station around here. Maybe there used to be. A little clown hat over there. See the clown hat? So I anticipate this one here is going to take us a little bit longer time, so just be a little bit more patient with this one here, guys. Let's go to our cooking station here. Now, let's take a look at swamp tofu under food. Alright, where are we at here? Alright, so swamp tofu. Don't get it confused with swamp tofu soup. That's not what we're doing. We're asking for a swamp tofu, this guy here. So swamp tofu is a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a swamp plant. Now the problem with a swamp plant is it's a little bit of a grind to get a swamp plant. And you only have a 50% chance that you actually get a swamp plant once the strangler blooms. You know what I mean? So those of you who watched my couple videos of me trying to explain that, it's a struggle. It is a struggle. It's a struggle for me trying to explain it. But in those videos, I have taken you guys up here at Dire Chemical. And you actually spawn right here. When you spawn here, you actually spawn up the road. So right here is where you spawn, and right off the side of the road are usually 2 gulpers, and there's usually at least 6 strangler pods. Now a certain time of day, those strangler pods bloom into like a fluorescent blue bloom, like a flower. and it kind of glows. But it only spawns usually, the research that I've done is early morning. So like when it's dark out but the sun is starting to come up, like in the horizon kind of deal. But the best way to do it is you just go here and you just keep server hopping this spot, okay? Until you get on the server and you see them. And then when you see them, you only have a 50% chance that you'll actually get a swamp plant. Okay? It's a struggle. There is another good spot here, and it's right here. So, Abandoned Waste Stump, you can spawn here or right here in Tanagra Town and make your way over. And there's a bunch of strangler pods here as well. Okay? So let's go and show you guys that, because you guys probably checked out my other video showing you Dire Chemical. Alright, so we have the little marker on. There we go. Now again, this is a little bit, like both areas are harder level areas, but if you take your time, it's not that bad. Like in this general area, it's really not that bad. You don't come across too many enemies around here. At least I haven't anyway. All right. So in this general area, I can find out where I'm going here. You will come across the strangler pods. There's one right there. You see it? Right there. Okay. So don't pick these up. Do not harvest these pods, because when you harvest them, they're gone. Okay? Until you plan on resetting the game or you're lucky. Okay? Don't pick it up, because what we're waiting for is that pod to bloom. And once it blooms, like when you see that fluorescent flower, then you can harvest it. But you have a 50% chance to get a swamp plant. And the other 50% chance you get a strangler pod. Like this. Yeah. And I thought there was another one here. Oh, right here. Jeez, Jim, right on. But it's not just those two. If you walk around the area, you will come across more. You just got to look around a little. So, like on these type of trees here, there's another one right there. See how we can kind of interact with it? Okay. And there's a couple more here on this side. And there's a couple more little stations like that in around this general location. And this is where we are on the map. Okay. Just to give you guys an alternate source to Dire Chemical. So let's pop up here at Dire Chemical. Now, we're probably going to have to server hop, because this is probably going to take quite a while. And that's why we decided not to do Fashnet, because I know this is going to take a while. Let's go ahead. You know what? I'm not going to bother killing them right now, because I'm not going to bother going down. So you see the pod down there? Hopefully you guys can see it. Actually, let's kill these guys and I'll show you where they're at. Because they don't change locations. The only thing that will change is that if you decide to pick them up, or someone on your server decides to pick them up, and then they won't come back. Okay? So it's a struggle. Alright, so these are the strangler pods here. For some reason, they just seem a little smaller here, and I don't know why that is, but again, make sure you don't pick or you don't harvest them. Okay? Okay? I just came down here to show you. So if you have a weapon that has a scope, okay? So basically what you can do is if you have a weapon that has a scope, just equip it. Or a pair of binoculars, I guess, one or the other. Just when you spawn here, like when you server hop, just spawn on the road and just make your way over. And just use your binoculars or your scope to see if you can see that plant. Okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to server hop. And I'm probably going to server hop to public server. So it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. I will timestamp it, of course, once I get it. So you guys can see what it looks like. Or you can just check out those standalone videos that I made. Nothing wrong with that either. Again, 50% chance. but wait till it blooms. Okay, that's all I can say. Wait till it blooms. All right, so let's take a look down. We're on a different server. Let's take a look down, see if we can see those bloomed. Because we don't know what time of day it is. Oh, okay, so you see how they're bloomed there? Okay. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. And the face, there we go. Okay, good. Okay. So you see, so that's pretty lucky. So some of them are bloomed and some of them aren't. And that's fine. So you see how they're bloomed? This is what we're waiting for, this guy. Alright, so this is when we harvest them. We get a swamp plant. So strangler bloom. Okay, perfect. So we got 2 swamp plant. So that was lucky. That was lucky because, again, only a 50% chance. You guys have seen me do this before in those videos, and it was like a half an hour of me server hopping. So that was extremely lucky. So there's the other one up there. You can see it glowing. And that's all you have to do. Just stay up on the road. Look down to see which ones are bloomed. Kill those 2 gulpers, or you can sneak by them if whatever you want to do. And then just make sure you watch the top left-hand corner of the screen to make sure what you're grabbing is what you're grabbing. Okay? So that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Let's actually go back over here. I'm just kind of curious to see, because how is the time of day? And it's really hard to judge what that is, but it's like early morning. You know what I mean? Let's go here. I'm just genuinely curious about this part here. See if we can see them bloomed over here as well. Oh, what's this over here? Something over there. I don't know what it is anyways.
Yeah. Now that people have
Who's
come
that
back
cat?
in this area, they'll all
Scavenger,
want to
yeah,
see
whatever,
places
buds.
like Foundation.
Alright, let's go down here. Okay, so let's see if any of them are bloomed. Doesn't look like it. So the time it took us to server hop may have added some time. Like, you know, those of you who played this game before, it seems like it'll add a little bit of time on, but either or. I just want to show you an alternate location to the, what's this? The dire chemical area. Okay. Anywho, so we got our swamp plant. That's fine. Let's head. Actually, let's head up to right up here, crafting station. It's usually my go-to, just because my just person of, you know, habit of routine. You know, it's you can go to any train station at all. Most train stations will have a cooking station, or you go to your camp, whatever. Now I picked up 2, and those of you who saw that how I picked up 2. The reason why I picked up 2 of each, okay, is because I have a perk card under perception. It's called Green Thumb. So we've twice as much on harvesting floor, so we picked up 2 of them. So that's pretty awesome. That's why I picked up 2 of them. So this FYI. Cooking station. All food. Okay, there's our swamp tofu, so we got our swamp plant. Luckily, I can't believe how easy that was. That was the easiest time I've ever done this. I just wish you guys the best of luck doing it when you guys do it. Let's go ahead and craft our 1 tofu there. Alright, let's back out. So now, if we get out of the side of that box, we have our swamp tofu. Again, any NPC vendor at any train station. Someone made a mention the other day. They were trying to sell Yogawai ribs that we had for the weekly challenge to an NPC vendor. And they used a different kind of video. It wasn't about Yogawai ribs, but they used that video to see. So what they're trying to make was Yogawai ribs. So if we check down here in the light section, this is what I think happened, is they crafted light Yogawai ribs as compared to the straight up Yogawai ribs down here, okay, which is 4, okay? So they probably crafted the light ones tried to sell it to the NPC vendor, but it didn't work. And then they said that it's not any NPC vendor on the map, kind of deal. And I tried, and I not really knowing what actually happened, but I'm guessing that they had crafted the light version. All right, so when it says any NPC vendor to NPC vendor, so any robot at any train station, okay, even at White Springs, okay, this will work. Let's go ahead.
Don't face the wasteland.
There's our swamp tofu. There you go. Sell swamp tofu to an NPC vendor. Okay. Again, any NPC robot at any train station on the map, including White Springs. Okay. Just wanted to show that, and just in case there's any kind of confusion. It's just the Yogawai ribs, and I believe the Mutant Hound chops. It's changed for that. There's like a light version of them now. Okay, I think we're done. We are. Look at that, guys. Done. I can't believe how much better this one went. I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty happy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, White Tribe, Starwind 138, Robco, Mr. Shelton. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.